So today's episode is going to be a bit of a change of pace. Instead of working on one of my cars, I'm going to be working on my dad's. So this is his 2022 Toyota Tacoma. You guys have seen me work on my 96 Toyota Tacoma a bunch of times. My 96 originally belonged to my dad. I inherited it from him. Here's his brand new 2022 he got after some crazy lady on the highway wrecked his Tundra. Hilariously, this is the same exact truck that he bought way back when he bought my 96, essentially an extended cab, basic Toyota Tacoma. The difference just being that nowadays they're much, much bigger, right? This thing is taller, it's bigger, it's more spacious, more feature packed. I think mine might have been a slightly fancier model back in the day just because it was the one with chrome and whatnot, but mine is stick shift and this one's automatic. It's more basic with the black bumpers, but actually I like that look better. Chrome is not really a thing anymore. So this thing's pretty cool. We're just going to go ahead and make some upgrades to it. One thing we're probably going to be doing, most likely in the next video, is actually putting a tonneau cover on this thing. But for this video, we're just going to be doing some mud flaps. That should be a pretty simple install. This being such a tall vehicle, I don't expect that I'll have to take tires off or anything. So hang out and check out the process. So I'm expecting this to be a pretty quick install. These are the 4 mud flaps. On the left we have the rear mud flaps. On the right we have the front mud flaps. In the center we've got a bag of hardware. Now for the most part I'm just going to reinstall this using the existing hardware that's already there in the wheel well. The only thing I might have to use that hardware for is like the innermost bolt right there. That bolt, there's a plastic clip there on the truck, so I'm assuming I'm going to have to remove that plastic clip and use whatever hardware came with it for that portion, but the rest of it I think is going to be pretty straightforward. Alright, so the front is the easy part of this install. It's just going to take the 2 bolts that you see on the far left on the bottom, and then we're going to drill a screw into the plastic clip that you see on the inside. I could have tried removing that and doing something else, but I just found it so much easier to just thread the screw into that using the existing hardware on the outside, and then just using one of the screws that comes in the bag for that part. So let me show you how that goes. Those are size 10 millimeter, or they have phillips head in the center. I'm going to go ahead and just use my drill because I have it ready. I've also got a wrench with a 10 mil on it, just for final tightening purposes, so I don't overdo it with the drill. And you want to turn your wheel to give yourself some space to work.
Tornillo no como es. Sería raro.
Voy a necesitar que doble la goma para el otro lado. Now I made a slight mistake. It wasn't that upper clip, it's a lower one, but it looks exactly the same. I'm going to go ahead and thread a screw through there right now and you'll see what I mean. Now looking at the back, the fitment on this is a little troublesome just because of the plastic piece that's there. So you're gonna have to remove that piece first and then cut it so that it fits and plays well with the mud flap. Not sure why that is. Maybe this wasn't really meant for this truck. Maybe they're a different configuration or year of it, but definitely for a third gen Tacoma. Either way, there's a line on there where you can cut it and it comes out perfectly. So maybe there's a version of that piece of plastic that doesn't interfere with factory installed mud flaps. Basically, you're going to tack the 3 screws that have Phillips heads here, and you're going to skip the one that does not. I'll show you how that goes, and we'll go ahead and get that going. We'll get that installed. Now to remove the plastic piece, not only did I have to take out that lower bolt, there's 2 clips that are holding it along the length of the bottom of the bed. So you kind of got to just reach in there, feel for them, and squeeze them and push it out. There's really no way to film that easily, but you guys will see where I'm reaching and kind of get an idea.
Ya tenía un tornillo abajo.
I also forgot to mention that there is a lower bolt there, also 10mm / Phillips head, which you have to remove on the bottom. Much like the front, you'll go ahead and use one of the included screws into a clip on the inside portion.
At this point, all there is left to do is to trim this piece and get it installed along with the bottom portion of the mud flap. You'll notice that there's this like parting line on here. That's exactly where you want to cut the piece in order to get it to play nice with the mud flap. So I'm going to go ahead and cut along that line using a hacksaw. You could use a Dremel or anything else you've got. It's pretty thin, soft plastic, so it should be pretty easy to cut through. Now I'm going to replace that piece that I just cut. I'll be putting it on, and the little piece that sticks out of the mud flap on that side and has basically a hole for the screw that goes there on the bottom will go underneath the plastic piece from the factory. So I'll show you what I mean by that just now. Alright, so there you have it. The truck has its 4 mud flaps installed. This should just help it to stay a little cleaner as it drives through various construction sites and such. And overall, it's just a nice little add-on. If you guys have enjoyed this pretty quick and simple video, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I post up another one. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave that in the comments section. And as always, thank you guys for watching.